That's now my third day, second full day, and my plan is to walk down this riverfront, cross that bridge, and go over to Seven Stars Park, which are those two mountains there. And then I will go, I think, to the two lakes and walk around those. What a way to start the morning. Framed under the bridge, yesterday's adventures. First that peak, Fubo, and then the far peak that was overlooking Mulan Lake from TIK Park. Here's what may be termed a modern dental office, and it looks like it has the usual equipment. Probably not as sophisticated as Dr. Gilberto. Just cut left from the main street into this back area someone's building to see this. I'm going this way because it's the south end, which I think is the entrance. Simple bridge that hopefully gives me access to the south entrance. Must be getting close. There's the fence that blocks entry. Okay, so we enter through here, and the gentleman who signaled to go to the ticket window raced over to the ticket window, sold me a ticket. Then I walked over to the entrance gate, and he was in the process of whipping over there, and when he took my ticket, then he gave me this little brochure to look at and explained it to me. So right now we're on the right hand side at the entrance, and I'll follow the dotted red line to this intersection in the middle lower, and then I'll go to the left wherever it leads me, then backtrack apparently, maybe using a little different route, and then follow it towards the top of the map. Hopefully these routes will get me to the top of both of these two mountains. Lovely garden setting, not yet disturbed by tourist tour groups. Here a water feature, completely abandoned at this point. Whether it ever is resurrected, I don't know. It would have been pretty at one time. All of this area filled with flowing water. Probably memorializing the emperors who lived at the time this was all built. This relatively new Buddhist stupa. Notice the multiplicity of Buddhas, the lower middle portion. Here's a pretty little pavilion. This looks like a very old access. Here a large stone carving done in pieces of a Chinese symbol of some sort. This is a classic form of waking up your body in China. That's how you can see how the tops of the cave were worn when this was deep underwater, or at least filled with water. I wonder over the millenniums of time, as this landmass rose and this cave was exposed without water, at least a portion of it, did creatures, including humanoids, find some way of entering it, maybe on a log or whatever. Looking back through the cave, out to the river. So to our right is the Glow-Set Temple, 7-star cave, the Glory of China Square, Flower Bridge, Moon Pavilion, Guilin Han Palace. And it's up. That's good. Entering our first cave, which I think probably gives us access to the continued climb. I wonder what trail takes us to the top of that peak in the far upper right. Pretty covered bridge. Hope I get to cross it, and then can figure out how to cross that bridge in the upper left-hand corner. Another interesting transliteration. Earlier they used the word parapet, apparently to refer to the railing. But they resurrect words from somewhere in the English language that I have to go back and find out specifically what they do mean. Here a water supply line installed to protect this sacred mountain against the tourist money destroying fires that are capable. We also apparently may be treated to the presence of these monkeys. So far I'm blessed by the absence of all but a few people. Apparently from the signage, this well-worn trail is a restricted area. A rainy day, a new pavilion, well, relatively new. And on these stones you just walk very carefully, so we shall probably not do any climbing today. Here are tour boats that look abandoned, but once probably made the little trip around this river part quite interesting. Pretty boat, this one on the left, all of wood. How nice it would be used in a context. Arched bridge. People come to practice quietly in this tranquil setting. There are various forms of exercise. Apparently at the north end, or at least in between these two mountains, is where the center of tourism is. Go figure on this one. Simple way to generate a lot of color and excitement. For what occasion, I don't know. Oh, this area goes on quite a little ways. You can get a thrill out of feeding the fish.